Let's talk about the risks you take and sort of, why you take them and what you're weighing them against.
Sure. Well, I think taking risks for risk's sake doesn't make any sense. Crowdsourcing, in our way of applying it, was not about a campaign. So it wasn't like, hey, we're going to do a Super Bowl ad where people give us their ideas and maybe we'll pick one and someone will be the lucky winner. For us, it was more about a process. And it's not much different from the processes we've always had at Harley-Davidson from before I got there, where we were very much informed by where our customers were and what do they really want and how do they express to us the things that are most interesting to them. And so we've been a very customer-led business we're 110 years old now this year. And that's been true in the kinds of motorcycles that we make, the kinds of clothes we produce, and the kinds of experiences we create for our customers. And so why wouldn't that apply also to the marketing?
Sure.
When we get customer inspiration out in the street, when they're showing us the great designs and inspirations that they've created for themselves through us, what more could we do with that from marketing? So put customer-led at the heart of it, use them as the inspiration, as we do in the rest of our business, and see what comes out. And so it started a little bit as an experiment, as most of these things do, and it was impressive. The ideas coming from the people who are most emotionally invested in the brand were impressive. They knew how to talk to themselves with the things that they were interested in, and so we were able to turn the majority of our creative development over to our fans through Facebook, called the Fan Machine, and it's very rich. Now, we can't do everything with it because we can't do catalogs with it. Sometimes there's new products that we can't tell people about, so it's sort of hard to use it for everything. But for the most part, the principle is very similar to what we've always had at Harley.
So you obviously have this extremely iconic brand. You have this rich history. And frankly, that's what all marketers are really trying to grab hold of these days. And this, everybody's talking about consumer engagement and having this really strong relationship with their customers. I would imagine, though, the challenge for you is, staying true to your core target customer, but then expanding and trying to attract new customers to the brand. And in this day and age, we're coming off of some difficult years financially and economically for people. A motorcycle might be a luxury that they don't necessarily want to spend money on if they've got other financial considerations. And also a younger market, a younger target audience might not consider motorcycles as an aspect of their lives. So how are you working to, obviously stay true to your core kind of community, if you will, but also expand out and attract new people?
Well, it's a great question, Jenny, and I think I'd reframe it just a bit and say our path is staying true to our core ideals, not as much about a certain customer type, because we have so many different types of customers. So define who your customer is these days. Well, it's hard to define. So the ads we most recently have run are called #stereotypical Harley. And the reason we call it that is because there is no stereotypical Harley rider. And they really cut across socioeconomic divides, political divides, gender divides, racial divides, countries all over the world. It's very hard to really define it as a typical type of person. And that's really the great thing about the brand, is how dimensional it is, but it's because the idea within it is so rich. So the ideas of personal freedom or rebelling against something keeping you back from being your true self. I mean, those are rich ideas that are very humanistic. They're not really, transcend, not really captured in one generation or one country or anything, and really they go throughout long periods of time, in thousands of years. So from that perspective, the ideals of the brand we've meant to keep true in how we communicate and make more relevant for young adults or women or Germans or Japanese what Harley stands for and how it can be meaningful for them. And it starts with that truth of the human truth about the brand, not so much captured in one particular stereotypical customer type.